Yo, Viking, how are you, man? What'd you think? What'd you think? Shandy, what's up, brother? Oh, right, I got ping the cord. That should actually be my title. Oh no, I'll just pin it. Did you like the video? There you go. And then we'll pin it. There you go. What'd you guys think? Hey, what'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? Oh shit, my head tracking isn't working. Just gonna reopen. Alright. Oh, I can see my microphone activating. Why is my microphone activating? Okay, head tracking's back up. Yo, Red Sand, what's up, brother? How are we? How are we? How are we? Oh, and just before I go in, I wanted to change a couple things last time I played. I wanted to bring this down to like there. Should I go with 8? I'm gonna bring this down to like 50. And this isn't even gonna hold anyway, so I'm just gonna have to fucking reset these values, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, M50 is S tier. Solo PvP is a code word for FF. Nice work, boss. Tons of job done with this one. Did you guys like it? Yeah, so tell me, what did you guys think? What did you guys think? Think it was good? I spent way too much time on it. Like, way too much time on it. Spent far too much time. Dude, do I have a teammate? I've got one guy. Where is he? Oh, dude, these settings just fucking scoffed me. Bro, what is this? Why are we 1,000 away? What? Fuck these guys. This video was great, Verge. Good work. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You're glad that someone isn't just whining about non-stop. Yep. Lone Wolf will backstrafe into the speed wall. Yeah, you just backed up to like 1100 and then it started flaring. Walkie. But I don't know, these like, my shit feels weird. But I also like don't even have a fucking teammate. I'm dead here. Holy shit, there's 4 of them now. Would solo queue save Arena and kill it? What do you mean? Like, ban pre-mates, you mean? Your video yesterday completely changed your mind about Because, like, the problem is fucking Big Man's just lying through his teeth, like, every stream. Like, that's what it really is. Like, unfiltered, Big Man's just lies on ice, dude. That's all. Just every single stream. It's got a long way to go. There's definitely some major issues with Still though. We want it to be a lot better, but we just give it credit where credit's due. Oh, his teammates are coming up. There's the back strafe. God. He actually just backstrafes so hard. Holy shit, he backstrafes. Good fight, good fight. I just poo-pooed on Masterminds too quick, said you just need to iterate on it. What I'll agree. I just think it's like... I don't mind when people don't like Masterminds, and I think a lot of people's opinions are valid in it, but I don't like when people claim that they're like super good at it, and they are really actually, when it comes to like the wider community, performing really bad in it. Like, if you're gonna say, oh, like, Master Modes is bad because of this, this, and this, and then you're like playing really terribly in it, not like in general, but like in comparison to the competitive aspects or people in the community, it's like, whoa, dude. Okay. Oh man, I constantly feel like it's me against 3 dudes. Oh, Cuddy's in here? I'm really just gonna stop gambling like this. Do I get away? Do I get away? Yes. Nice. Oh shit, the missile pulled me out of nav. Those dogfights you showed were great, and the old meta fights were boring to watch. Cannot wait for your team's based video. It's just like, the thing is, positional combat, it's hard to... Like, there's no... Like, positional combat really isn't a thing. Like, in group fights. I guess, like, I mean, I guess... Not that it doesn't exist, it's just that you're definitely using the terminology or the definition differently if you, like, because you're not, like... You're not in an arm wrestle for position in team fights. Like, just then. Like, I third-partied that guy, like, super easy. There was nothing to it. You know, like... So... I don't think it's as much of a thing. It's definitely important to separate the feedback though, right? Like, you can't complain about, you can't complain about 1v1 mechanics when other people are referring to, like, group fights and stuff. Like, it's important to, like, separate it. Like, oh, like, when you give your feedback, Some people don't even know if you're talking about like a 1v1, are you talking about face-to-face combat, or are you talking about squad? Yo, Birds, what's up, brother? God, it's actually crazy how having one player on the team can just change the whole dynamic. Dogfights you showed were great. The old metafights... Oh, sorry, I already read that. Kind of like Tarkov played is hitting inertia movement because they got so used to sprint B hopping around abusing the movement. Just go adapt or die. Like, what's crazy to me is people like, oh, the last flight model was so much more fast paced. No, it wasn't. Like, it was so much slower paced. The top speeds were higher, but the gameplay was slower. It was far slower. What do I want to do? I want to dial this down a little bit. I'm starting to tweak settings, boys. We're experimenting. Hey, no worries, Mike. I appreciate you dropping by, brother. Appreciate you dropping by, for sure. Bro, why does my game now really feel... What is with this shit? Like, this guy's just backstrafing full speed. Or you're 2k away. What on earth? Oh, shit. Okay, it's that ship. Let's not mess with that. This guy. I love this song. Did I miss old trance tracks like this? This music, you guys can't hear the music? Oh my god. You serious? Oh, there you go. You should really hear it now. Now you can hear it, surely. No, YouTube can't hear it, guys. Sorry, YouTube cannot hear it. You'll never hear it. It's the guys on Twitch that should be able to hear it. Yeah, sorry. Like, I can't put music on YouTube or it copyrights me. So if you want the music, it's got to be Twitch. Yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that. But I also had it muted on... Oh, shit. Dude, I just bumped into a fucking Polaris? I just crashed. I can't unless it's really low. You should be able to. You should be able to. Why can't you? I mean, it's pretty low. How about that? Surely. Yeah. You can hear it? Yeah. Um, what can I listen to, man? Tell you what, though, I need to change the settings. The settings feel gross. Too sensitive. Shit, he got it. try. Let me try 800 DPI. It feels like, I don't know, like I couldn't track the wiggle, but it felt better at the same time. So I don't know if I need to speed up my hand or just have it more sensitive. I don't know, man. Try without this. Wait, no, we want. Wait, what am I thinking? Let's try that. This guy's getting a lesson in leave me the heck alone. Support rudders to control your axis. My question, what was it like for you going from keyboard to constellation stick on the left hand? I don't think it's that bad. I think it's when you go on when you go to the right. I think it's when you go stick on right that it gets the worst. Shit, we got a firebird. I don't know. I think taking off the dead zones was making the ship feel really wobbly. I felt like I was scuffing my own aim. I think I need to, like, not change my settings so brutally. Got a size 10 torp if you need me to deal with it. No, it's all good. I only get weirded out when they're on me the whole lobby. It's like, at that point, you're trolling. Which I'm fine with again, but I'm gonna... If you spend 10 minutes on me in a Connie, I'm just gonna get the points off you. Like... Let's try this. I think that's a good balance. I was playing League of Legends earlier today. I don't know, I feel like my game feels so much more sensitive. It's like my DPI feels all funny. Yo, Lizoki, that's bad luck, man. Bad luck. Oh my god. Just got taken out. Games changed so much since 310. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Completely different. bro. They just keep trying to. What is it? It's a Shrike, dude. It's a Shrike killing everyone. That's crazy. Yo, look at the Shrike putting in the work. Yo, Own Gaming, thanks for the follow. Zero Wing, thanks for the follow. It's a totally different game now. Which is good though. It's getting shifted more and more towards organizations, which is really nice. You know, since I'm going through my settings, I think I might turn on precision lines. Where's the precision lines? They're here somewhere. If I remember right, they're like kind of down. Precision lines. Yo, what if I played with lag? Wouldn't that be crazy? Do you have Steam in the background? No. I had it open earlier today. The only thing I can think of is I played League. But I've also changed settings. Like, I changed my dead zone, my saturations. Like, I literally just moved everything probably at least about 20%. I just think that's why. I just need to expect the game to feel a bit wonky since I made a pretty significant change. I'm just surprised at how much it felt wonky. I thought it would feel like more natural, but it doesn't. Like, I've just lost a duel pretty bad, which is fucking super weird of me. Oh, dude. We just crashed into his wreck. I came back around, I see a hornet coming towards me. That's the guy's wreck. Oh, that's brutal. I'm heading to... I'm heading to the PE. That lobby's got about 10 minutes on it. Go to Arrow, Talon, Saber, and Gladius. Do you think I should melt something? I'd melt the Arrow, that's for sure. I would melt the Arrow. And arguably the Talon. There was some mods to Windows mouse settings on the recent updates. Someone spoke as if its smoothing had been applied unknown to them. Let's see. Oh, what the fuck? I had enhanced pointer precision on. What? Okay, and now it's making my mouse properties window crash. What? What? How'd you know that? Dude, I don't even think it's changing. It just says it's freezing. Yeah, shit, what the F? But it's just frozen. Like, this is what I'm looking at. I just turned it off. Now I've got this. What the fuck? Dude, it felt so weird. Like, super weird. We're all missing the final evolution of joystick controls, pedals for roll, joystick for lateral up and down, and a butt plug connected to... Jeez. Rip arrows. The Hornet Mark II worth it? Yeah. Like absolutely. The Ghost Mark II is actually about to be really good, I think. What am I doing? I want to fly the Saber. Good dog, thanks for the follow. Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? Butt plug is for rolling? Ugh. Does what does like enhanced mouse precision do? I've never had it enabled, I guess, until today. But what does enhanced mouse precision do, guys? Does that mess with you in game? That surely can't be it. I haven't, like, usually I just disable it because I got advice to disable it and that's it. But I guess at some point it re-enabled itself. Would that mess with you in game though? Or is that just like a desktop thing? Not sure if SCUs is real. It feels super weird if you use it all the time, then disable it. Afterwards, it feels better. It's an in-game thing as well. Or That's fucking scary. I wonder how long that turned itself on for. Where is this setting? It's in mouse settings on the OS. I'm like so confused by that now. God. Sorry. I wonder like ugh. I need to check it again tomorrow after I restart the computer. Like I hope it's not turning itself back on or something. Because I leave it off. Like I definitely have never played with it on intentionally. See, the shipmaster's not 100% of the. It's so weird to me, man. It felt so. It felt so goofy, like really goofy. But like even now, like I went to save this setting, and it took like 3 minutes to save. What the hell's the deal with that? Like because I tried to change that setting, it started to make my shit freeze. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be thinking about it all night if I keep talking about it. I think I'm gonna go straight to Chola's Beach. Like coming here when it's nighttime is such a red flag. Hey Savvy man, great video about the potential of the current flight model. Thanks for your efforts. Hey, appreciate you, man. Yo, Verge, lit video about dogfighting. Need to get that in the feedback forums and threads ASAP. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put it on Spectrum actually, just as like a feedback thing. It's a good video though, right? Like I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Like I kept like it's kind of weird how I made it. Like I just told myself I'm like, okay, like here was my thought process to this. If I make a video about positional dogfighting, and if I make it about speeds and its pro master modes, I'm going to cop a lot of slack. So if I make this video, I need to make sure it's impregnable, meaning no one can try to say I'm misleading. No one can say that I didn't show footage of something, and no one can say that I wasn't transparent about what I was showing you guys. And I made sure I made sure that I told you guys that at the very highest skill ceiling, meaning between only the top 4 players, okay, only the top 4, all right, people can get positional combat on each other. The top 4 players can't because they play so perfectly. This is a problem only in the top 4 players. Now, I also included old footage. I included the most competitive duel that happened in the previous flight model from the tournament. I included our training with good pilots and our training with our best pilots. Like, and then I also used sources, which was the French org and the LR org, that weren't just us. So you can't say that I bent the footage. Like, you can't say that, oh, it's like when this group fights this composition versus this composition and then secretly isn't telling everybody that they like banned nav and missiles and stuff like that. So like I just tried to make the video it's like it was like I'm in a courtroom and I'm trying to justify the video. And so that's why it took so long. It's cuz like I tried to make it bulletproof. Um and then after I'd made it bulletproof, bro, why can't I jump? Why can't I bullet? What can I Okay, there's got to be a refueling place here, right? Actually, I'll go to that Monarch's outpost. I haven't been there in a while. Phew. Snub duels arrest here. Oh god. Guys, I went live with this stream title, Snubs are for girls, but then I was like, I'll just leave it. I won't do that. So I don't actually think snubs are cool. Not in this stream. And if you do, you're getting banned. We banned snub pilots over here. See the video to watch while I work today? Wow, rude. Even if it's an Archimedes, even if it's an Archimedes. They just aren't cool, yeah. You know what it's like? It's like you know what flying a snub is like? It's like going into the character creation and just like putting the slider on your penis to be the smallest you possibly can. That's what it is. It's going into character creation and selecting to go all the way left on the penis slider. So you're just rolling around with this like tiny little micro thing. Nothing wrong with that. We in 2025. Yeah. I really like it's funny. I've been preaching for years. This isn't a new development. I've been preaching for years that they like if I had Chris's position on day one, I delete every ship that's smaller than the arrow. Every ship smaller than the arrow gets deleted, guys. Deleted. Where's my phone? I haven't looked at my phone. Oh, people are gonna be mad at me. Hey Siri. Oh, where's my phone? Hey Siri. Did I drop it? Oh, where's my phone? Oh, there we go. Oh no 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 no. Oh, that is a lot. We should. We in trouble. We in trouble. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, that's crazy. All right. I think where was it? Sunset Mesa. That's it. That's the place. I just think like here's the reality, guys. Like if we break this down like seriously, if you increase speeds of the combat, the game is going to get so bad. Positional combat is gone again. Every face-to-face fight, which is half the interactions you're going to be in, will be about a river that you go down. you will randomly crash into way more objects just like last time. All just to have to capture the feeling of being able to merge on someone, which I think is a legitimate like want. And then also to be able to escape. Because that's the thing is like people you don't need high top speeds just to escape. Or even capture merging. Like it doesn't have to come at that cost. It's like people don't realize like you can have a speed that makes sense and capture those feelings. It's got to do with weapon ranges and accelerations. Like the last flight model was so much slower in like the pace of the combat. It was just the speed was so much more driftier. It was just more about ice skating. Instead of people going, oh, like I want higher speeds, they should just be like, oh, I want ice skating. So that's what they're asking for, just ice skating. Oh, it's an AA turret. Am I getting shot by anything else? Can I launch a missile at this? No, it doesn't work, apparently. Make guttering alignment harder? Yup. So I'm looking forward to flunging group combats again and span over 100 kilometers. God forbid if I'm near my friends in a multiplayer game. Oh my god. Brian, that's going to be my next video. Like, I'm just going to spend 10 minutes teasing about what would be the consequences of increasing the speeds. Like, increase accelerations. Do not increase speeds. Increase accelerations. Alright, let's just dive into the planet here. Inside, as a player who is new and wants to win PvP battles in PU, I poor resource discipline. In the PU, you can be pretty selfish about it. You're not gonna verse opponents that are going to start like measuring it or forcing you to measure. So you're kind of good. Like in the PU, I would just say spend it, use it or lose it. But when it comes to like sweaty AC fights or sweaty opponents, specifically in the lighter classes like Snubs and Light Fighters, then you have to actually start measuring your usage. But if you're talking about like using Hornets, Sabers, like PU stuff, just send it. Just full send, dude. Every time, empty the tank. Absolutely empty it. You want to remove pips? Oh god. No removing pips, please. I get why some people want it. Not in this game, please. One thing I really don't see anyone do the Discord right now is discussing Atmo and space separately. You're not wrong, Redhorn. You're not wrong. And it's worth being transparent too. Like, atmospheric flight is the worst it's ever been. There is never been worse atmospheric flight than there is now. But it's also like, it's also just not like they're not even spending even a tiny bit of effort on it being any good anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Because it's like immediately to be replaced. I don't think Atmo was coming into like part of their conversations at all while they've been building this. Someone said something earlier. What was it? Yeah, he don't want my response was going to be about. I feel like I don't have any speed or maneuverability, and I watched enough video to know that's a skill issue. It's like the thing is too, guys. It's like it depends, right? Like you can't just create positional combat. It's a natural effect that happens between players that know what they're doing. And if a player doesn't know what they're doing, or then you can create it as well. But if a player knows what they're doing to a degree, and they're an average player, and their playstyle is to just keep you in their crosshair, they're just going to break any positional combat you create. But then they just lose anyways, right? Like, that's the thing. It's like, you can... It's definitely possible to be like, hey, those type of fights aren't possible against me. Like, someone could come into the chat and be like, hey, your video is full of bullshit. I never see fights like that. And then they would fight, and in their fight, they're going to do, like, wiggling, they're going to back up, they're going to fly, like, away from the fight, like a pip, like, say, like, there's a fighting here, you're going to strafe away from it and stuff like that. But they're going to lose, because it's not a winning strategy. Anyways, but that doesn't mean that you can just recreate this. So it's like, the problem is positional combat is only happening when there's a massive skill differential, or both players are trying to do positional combat because it's competitive. Now, problem is most people don't know how to do it, and most people are decent to the degree that they just will break it the moment the fight stops going their way. But the problem is they've already lost it. The second they weren't willing to do the dance and instead were doing their own thing, yes, they'll survive longer, and yes, there'll be less positional combat, but they've lost the fight because it's not the best strategy. So like when people go like, oh, this isn't how it is. Yeah, it might not be how it is for you because you're purposely breaking any sort of wrestle whenever it happens. But every time you're going to lose to a wrestler. Yeah, Fresh, exactly. He is working on it. Yeah, Benjamin, exactly. And it just means, like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, but the problem too is, Benjamin, is the boost system. It's like, if they unify the speed, then they could create early ramp up that slows down and gets like way slower accelerations towards the end of the bubble anyways, and stuff like that. But you're right, like getting up against the speed walls happening too quick. But the problem is that's not meaningful acceleration because you're constantly up against it, and it's not even meta to keep using acceleration. You just use it at the beginning of the fight, get up against the wall, and then you're stuck there. You know what it's like? It's like a UFC fight. And the current meta is to just fight up against the cage. And instead we should be in the middle, trying to wrestle, trying to punch each other, trying to do stand-up, leg kicks. Like, it should be this wealth of stuff. And instead it's just two dudes up against the cage. Every fight. Two dudes up against the cage. You could really compare it to like being in the octagon. We need less ladder. If I miss what you guys say, just type it again. By the way, I'm trying to keep up. It's hard. So if I miss what you say, just type it again. Like I'm not worried about it. We need less lateral acceleration, pushing better, slower projectiles. See, I used to think we needed less lateral acceleration, but I don't think that's the case. Because once you get close, you have to get around someone. And if you slowly go like this, they're going to slowly go like that. But if you go fast like this, they can't react to that as quickly. And then you're creating opportunity. So I think I like the fast accelerating laterals. I don't like when you shuffle them and wiggle. I like having them though as an option. And I just wish that but most importantly, I wish that certain strafes had certain cost. If you boost back strafe, double the price. If you boost forward, half the price. If you boost forward and left, or forward and right, and forward and up, and forward and down, you know, you're paying only 3/4 of what you're supposed to. And just like cleverly balance it like that. If you're boosting and holding pitch for longer than 2 seconds, you know, maybe there's better cost or something like that. Like I wouldn't know how to take on the pitch or boost, but I do think I think the immediate thing that needs to be tested and looked at is what does reducing the cost of forward strafe look like? Because that's the problem. Forward strafe uses the most boost, and we're most dependent on it. So who dares loses every time. F7 feels a lot like that, an outright roll, and I don't think it's teaching me how to be more tactical. Yeah, the F7A just uses all the guns to compensate for flight. Why fly around and do... You know what's like? The F7A is like the Indiana Jones scene where the guy's got the whip and he's doing all this like... Or is it a sword? Yeah, he's doing all this sword. I think it's a sword. And he's doing all this like sword dancing or whatever, and then Indy just pulls the gun out and shoots him. That's the Hornet, guys. Like, the best example of what it is the Indiana Jones scene where he just pulls the gun. Want to do some contested EU? Nah, I try to avoid the EU servers, to be honest, because I'm Australian. Like, I'll play a USA server, but I won't play a EU. It's just too far. Appreciate it though. Everyone avoids the EU servers because they suck. It's just like, it's just too far away in the world. Like it even sucks that they have only East Coast NA servers. What the heck, man? I'd be living in heaven if they had West Coast NA servers. Oof. Imagine West Coast NA servers. Oh, please. If I was in Chris's position for one day, there's two things I would do on my first day in the office. Okay, it's one, delete snubs and racing ships. Or delete guns on snubs and racing ships. Two, West Coast NA servers. Higher boost cost for reserves. For us, just if the pilot indeed moves backwards, so sometimes one needs to... Yeah, Akuma, I don't think it's bad I'm not saying like if my argument was that one sided, I'd be instead saying that you should just remove backstrafe. I'm not saying that at all. I just think it should be a card that you can play and not an entire strategy, right? Like there's some times where when you're punching, like in boxing, and then at some point you want to dodge a punch, right? You're not supposed to eat every single punch. It's the same thing for positional combat. At some point, you might want to backstrafe, but I just don't want it to be so freely usable and always accessible that people just abuse it to avoid the fight completely. Because that's what happens, right? Is like people just use backstrafe to kill any sort of skill that's being introduced to the duel, anyways. I mean, obviously, whatever question I ask if we do that, delete racing snubs from the game or the PU. People love racing. No, I'm just saying guns. I'm just saying guns from those ships. Guns. I think that the racing ships should be used for racing. I think snub ships shouldn't exist. Snub should not exist. Purely because the game doesn't work with them. It never has. The only way I think snubs should work and be competitive is if EMP would one shot them. If they had a devastating counter like EMP, but they have no counter. You need guns to kill them. And thank God, like some of the balancing is that it takes them a while to kill things and stuff like that. But that's always the beauty of the 3.4 patches. Um, dude, why does it pull up my inventory when I use that? That was the beauty of the 3.4 balancing. Is there was a ship called the Arrow back then that people would abuse, similar to the Snub, right? Like they'd hop in an Arrow because no one could kill it. And CIG had cleverly made it so that when an arrow got EMP'd, it just died. It just, that was it. Choo! And then it would just start spinning and you could kill it. It was awesome balancing because it's like you weren't, if you went to the small ship, you could bring the counter. People hop in snubs now, pray for hit reg, and that's it. Or just use like you guys want to know why the Hornet beats the snubs and these small ships? Because even though these small ships are so hard to hit and the hit reg is so broken and the pip is inaccurate and the weapon assist doesn't function properly, the fact that there's all these issues, it doesn't matter because the Hornet has so much damage that if you keep rolling a dice, you're going to eventually roll a six. You know? Like, it doesn't matter how terrible your luck is, it doesn't matter how bad the odds are, you're eventually going to get a six. And they can't kill you before you've rolled the six. So it's just like, that's the way. Didn't Rattlers make short works of snubs? No. Guys, early this patch, there was Stealth Furies. Sorry. There was Stealth Furies, and people weren't visible until they were within 700 meters. Does EMP disable snubs? No more than it does other ships, no. You can't differentiate between a light fighter and a snub. It's just based off the power plant now. Where was I gonna go? Beach. There we go. Snub should be the only one where getting cockpit sniped is the thing. True. Yeah, Redhorn, I like the idea of separating the meta between Atmo and Space 2. I know, oh, sorry, guys. I know size 1 task force a goat, but why in the data to show that by my data, I'm like halfway through a node and normally. I want to know why task force a goat to speak to it. They have really high blast radius. They blow up. So the concept is they like blow up and disables people's components. Whereas some missiles don't have nearly as much explosion radius, so they hit you, but they might not hit a component that matters. They only hit the hull. The task force will hit all of you. That paired with the fact that EM missiles are tracking the best. So you're just pairing the best tracking missile with the biggest AoE missile that you can have plenty of. You can play with this Fury's no Sturgeon or Arena Commander, kidding? Huh? Oh, the server's dying. You can kill a Connie or Hammerhead power plant with just 2 to 3 task forces because of the explosion radius. Exactly. It's crazy, man. Yo, Harry resubbing for 19 months, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate ya. Appreciate you, brother. They saying delete snubs because of their performance in AEC. They seem very impractical in PU. No, in PU they're even more broken. I'm saying delete snubs because it doesn't make sense to shrink down ships that are already having issues inside of the game engine. It's like the game can perform only so well. And the ceiling of how far you can get the game to perform is like it with an arrow. Like once you start getting smaller than an arrow, and an arrow is already a problem. Once you start creating ships that are smaller than an arrow, the game physics can't keep up with it. The weapon system can't keep up with it. The pip is inaccurate. The ships can't. The weapons don't even converge that small to hit it. So when people are fighting snubs, they're not getting outplayed. They're just dealing with a ship that's too hard to kill over the internet. Like imagine in Counter Strike if you could make yourself a third of the size. If that was an option. You know, like imagine in Apex Legends if you could play a dwarf or like a hobbit. You know, it's like, and then you're trying to shoot this thing. It's just like, why do I have to try and shoot this thing that's half the size of what it's supposed to be? And so what I'm just saying is, I think it makes for a better game when players don't feel robbed just because this thing is microscopic. You know, it's like rather players should get outplayed. They shouldn't feel like the game's breaking. And that's like usually the feeling when ships are that tiny. It's the same way people get pissed when like ships wiggle. It's the same thing. It's like, dude, that's not the intention. You know, like why can't the game work with this? And that's the answer. Yo, Angel Cat, what's up, brother? To the video calls for
Angel Cat
beta.
is me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yo, chat. Yo, meet Hoshino. Hoshino, meet chat. Hoshino's a Chinese applicant that keeps beating all our members. She's you guys want to know something? You guys want to know something? Hoshino in Discord, right? She's been applying for the org and she's been in Moses studies for like 2 weeks or something. I'll tell you guys right now, okay? I think she would beat every single player in AVS in a duel. I think she would beat every single one of them. I don't think she'd lose to any one of them. Yeah, Palau, exactly. She's like, and that's not like me throwing shade at them. That's just like me saying like how high people will speak of her. Look at me giving you all these compliments. This isn't bad. This is bad actually. Well, at the same time, I don't know about that. What do you think sets her above the most? I don't know because me and her barely get to play. Like Hoshino's Chinese and she sleeps like nocturnal, right, Hoshino? That happens as every. No, like I didn't even mean to. I should have used a different organization. I wasn't trying to like throw shade. It was more to be a compliment, but yeah. But I wouldn't know. Like we play opposite time zones. So the video was great. Yeah, you liked it, Aaron. Good man. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad people liked it because I was like mini nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was mini nervous that I was like, man, is this like like I was nervous about a couple things. One, do I want to split my community into MM lovers and MM haters? You know, and then two, like, and then people decide on if they want to keep watching me based off that. Because I don't want to be pigeonholed into one of those sides, right? Like, I think Masterminds is more better for the game, but I'm not like of the opinion that Masterminds is anywhere near what it needs to be. It needs so much work. But I was worried about that. But most importantly, what I was also worried about was like, do people think that this combat looks as good as I think? Like, and I guess that's a question I have for you all now: is do you think that that 1v1 combat looked like what you would want? Like, what do you guys think? Does that look like good one-on-one combat to you? Like, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because some people are like, oh, this one versus one combat looks bad. And I'm like, fuck, man, does it look bad? Is it just me that wants this? Like, I definitely had those feelings running through my head. But I just like, what's the other outcome? Like DCS when we're doing these huge loops? Is it backstrafing and just fighting face to face like Osu? How long is she playing? Good question. Hoshino, how long have you been playing? I think she's shy. Everyone's something to aspire to. I think the game needs to naturally draw you to it too. Like I think the game naturally needs to make you do that. It should happen in the early stages. It shouldn't happen because you've mastered combat. It should be the standard of combat. And then once you've gotten to the standard, then you can master it and even exceed and push that further. But the problem is majority of the combat you guys saw that positional wise doesn't. Most players don't even know that that's the best way to fly. Like here's a good question. You guys know who the PvP content creators are, right? You guys know who the PvP content creators. I don't have to mention any names. When have you ever seen them in fights like that? Like the answer is never, right? Like they're always doing this, and then they're just flying interceptors, and buccaneers, and going, oh, I'm stringing them out. Yep, I'm stringing them out. That's great. Look at this. And they come back in, pew 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 pew. They fly past. All right, I'm stringing them out. Right? Like they're not doing crazy turn fight top dog, not top dog. Fuck. What's the name? Top Gun, like dogfighting, right? Like, so the problem is a lot of people aren't even doing it because they don't A, know how to, and B, know that it's extremely good. Pre-Master Mode's PvP was great. They just needed to update the UI and it would have been fine. Nah, Bubbles, it was so bad. It was so bad. Pre-Master Mode was so terrible. But that's subjective. That's just my opinion. It sounds like a call out, which is fine. I'm not a content creator, but man, I want to see PvP content creators get D pants. I don't know what D pants means. Hot dog? I meant Top Gun. I was thinking like Top Dog. I said Top Dog. I was like, it's not Top Dog. What is it? Top Gun. Detrousered? I didn't even know what that means. I just want the maneuverability so that flight in and out of combat is fun again. In an FPS shooter, you think, damn, this running is fun, or look like a boss in that shot. Deep breaches? I don't know what that refers to. Jaspers, what's up, brother? California here, let me reformulate. How do you do org ops in opposite time zones? I was applying for LR, but could actually never play with them. Also, you suck. We kind of like. How do I put this? I wouldn't bottle shit. No. We are trying to be in multiple. We're trying to be in every time zone, but we're focusing on the US. So it's like I have German players, I have Chinese players, I got almost no Australian players. And if anything, what we need the most is US West. I have a USA West Coast time zone issue, which is where there's a lot of fights that could happen in US West Coast time zone, and we don't have the numbers for it. It's like a problem I've been trying to fix for like 9 months, but it's really hard to get players, recruit good talented players that are as hardcore and as like motivated as we are in that time zone specifically. Like I think we have a massive monopoly on skilled pilots, like by far. Like if I'm being honest, by far. Yeah. But I don't think we have a I don't think we have a monopoly on the West Coast time zone players. I think that's when it's the most competitive in that time zone. I think that's when it's the most active, and I think that's where we're not weak. Like we'd still throw down like super good, but a lot of groups are like shifting into alliances and stuff, and so there's a necessity to grow. But yeah, like if you're cracked at the game and you're a West Coast player, you know, you know what to do. I really dislike wasting all my boost pushing on the defensive backstrafing Hornets and F8s. Yeah, Maximus. That's why sometimes what you need to do is like figure out that they're doing that. Like understand that if they start doing that, what that looks like, and then you let them do it. Like Saint Nix really opened my eyes to this. He actually explained it to me. He said, if the Hornet backstrafes you, then you let it backstrafe you, and you backstrafe a little bit, and then you shoot it at range. And then the problem is if you're shooting it at range and it's shooting you at range, you win because you're smaller than it. Assuming you're in a light fighter, sorry. And then they eventually will have to push up to you, and then you use the fact that they pushed to push on them harder. So it's like, if they backstrafe you, you go, all right, fuck it, I'll play this game. You back up a little bit too, and then you play at 1,000 meters, and you just keep spraying it. And eventually, that Hornet's going to go, oh shit, I'm losing this. I need to get closer and start doing damage. It starts coming closer, and you're like, hell yeah. Then you start going after it. But whenever a Hornet backstrafes you, let it, create the distance, shoot it at range until it goes, all right, now it has to commit. As soon as it commits, so do you. And then you win the duel. It's really interesting. But yeah, like, you got to be careful because there's a couple Hornet pilots that know the win condition of a light fighter. And so they'll throw you up against the speed wall and then you die. Yeah, it's cool though, right? Like that's also interesting, isn't it? It's like you have to treat the archetypes like they're bosses in Elden Ring. Like you gotta come up with a strategy. And the Hornet, especially when you're flying a light fighter, involves strategy. The only problem is when you're playing the Hornet in that scenario, the strategy is really boring. I'm playing Sea of Thieves and PoE 2 and other games for my PSV. I still can't walk yet, so I have to lay in bed all the time. I miss flying. Oh shit, Ghost. I hope you're okay, man. Fuck. That's rough, dude. Snub counter reveal when? Guys, in the next week or two, I imagine there'll be a showdown. And when that showdown happens, I'll let you guys see. But we wait for the showdown. All I'll say is, I'm very well aware of groups that are moving their fleets and stuff to fly small, pesty ships to rely on the new hit reg problems in SC. And I'm very confident that they are bringing Venusaur to a fight that I've got a fucking Charizard for. Okay? And you guys are not going to know what it is, and you're not going to expect it. But I'm telling you guys, I have the vaccine for snubs. I have the vaccine. We have the antidote. And it'll be fun when I bring it up. I doubted it too. And then people showed me, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is like a hard counter. This isn't just a counter, this is like a hard counter. Scatters. I'm not telling you guys. You'll see it. But I'm very confident in it. You'll see it. Like one day, whether it's like our group streaming, another group streaming, or there's a big fight, or there's a YouTube video. But it'll come out, and you guys will see it, and you'll laugh. You'll laugh your heads off. I know you will. You'll laugh your heads off because of how effective it's gonna be. Like you're gonna start laughing so hard at how stupid effective it is, and how all this snub shit was a waste. That's why you guys are gonna laugh so hard. Is that this is just shows how much of a waste all of this snub shit was. But that doesn't change my argument either, by the way, because like I desperately want like snubs to get wrestled in because it's bad for the game. It's super bad for the game. Say what you will about the Hornets, say what you will about these other ships. The game isn't breaking in those ships. A Hornet doesn't leave you feeling robbed. It just leaves you feeling like the ship's OP. And guys, I don't like the Hornet. I don't. Okay? But when you verse a snub it's like you get this constant sensation that, okay, weapons are broken, the game's lagging, this snub is teleporting, and it doesn't take damage. You know, it's like, it's just a terrible way to lose. Because it feels like you've been robbed. Are we talking about something that can kill Furies? It can kill any of this shit. It can kill. I'd say it kills everything smaller than a medium. But that's it. I can't give you guys any more. You have to wait till it happens. Playing this card when the time's right. What do you think about the Saber versus the Hornet Mark 1 Ghost? I'd say currently the Saber, because the nose turret's bugged. When the nose turret's bugged, I'd say I'd move that argument to the Hornet. Yeah, it's just the fact that the nose is bugged, guys. That's the only problem I have with those Hornets. Otherwise, I think we'd be in Hornet meta. Next patch, though, guys, in 4.0.1, I'm flying the Ghost Mark 2. Yeah, Ghost Mark 2. That's what you guys are going to see me in. Virgil loves his thesis beyond. Firebird. Still in Pyro. You love it so much. Oh my god, Manny. Thought we were past this. Manny hasn't came into the stream for a few days and I didn't have to hear this Pyro baby talk shit. Calling it now Mirai Pulse first to meta snub. Guys, that's what's next. Do you guys get that? Like, do you guys understand that? Like, if the game shifts to snub meta, then every time the small, like, it's CIG wanting the next ship to sell, they'll be like, okay, we need to make this ship smaller. All right, this one needs to be even smaller. This one needs to be even smaller until the point it's a fucking lawn chair with guns and a rocket. Is it possible to hit a Fury with the Strife? He's gonna go full John Cena. Hornet Mark II nose turrets fixed. Yeah, exactly, Nerv. I tested that with Burks. It's 2 size 2s on the nose now, guys. It's the RSI, guys. I've got it, guys. It's called the RSI chair with guns. That's the newest ship, the RSI chair with guns. Apparently, they're making the Starlancer TAC this year over BLD. You guys want to know what ship I'm looking forward to the most? The Perseus. Type a 1 in chat if you're a Perseus enjoyer. One in chat if you're a Perseus enjoyer. Dude, guys, I have wet dreams about the Perseus, okay? Dude, Perseus is sick, dude. I'm not the type of guy that falls for the marketing bait. Perseus has got me hook, line, and sinker. Have you seen the bug fixing videos? What do you think about the 4.01 patch in the PTU? No, I don't watch the bug fixing videos. I already do enough of it as it is. I don't think I could watch it for content. Which is no disrespect to it, it's just... Nah, I already do too much of it. You made poor financial decisions. True. Brian, you are far from being alone. TLDR, bug fix Visio because I hate opinions. Liberator is my marketing bait. I want it so bad. Guys, for me, it's the Perseus. Like, I think the Idris looks really bad. You know what? You know what? One thing I really dislike about the capital ships is that the Idris railgun is fixed. Is anyone else think it's like kind of sucky? Like I feel like it breaks my immersion because it's fixed. Why is it not gimbaled? Like, it would look more realistic if it wasn't a gigantic cannon coming out of the jaw of it. You know, like, I wish it was on a gimbal. Like, on a turret, instead of, like, you know, stuck inside the ship. Like, don't you guys think it's weird? I love that cannon. Don't you think it looks dorky though? Am I the only one that thinks the Idris railgun looks dorky? It looks awesome. Let me look at. Hold on, let me pull this up. Like, let me pull this up. Hope the Perseus will have awesome armor. What is it? RSI Idris, is that it? Let's make sure I don't die here. Okay. I can't find one where it looks bad. It actually doesn't look as bad as it is in my mind. I feel like they've kept changing this. Why does it look? Why does the Idris look different in every picture? Okay, it looks okay. This is a good one. This is a good example. Okay, okay, here we go. Oh fuck. Okay, hold on, guys. Dude, who made web format? You know this new like image format, the WebP or whatever? Who the heck was the guy that did that? It doesn't work with anything. What is the point? Why are we doing this? So annoying. Oh my god, just like every time. I have to like launder it. Okay, look. Tell me the gun doesn't look dorky. Like, it's. Why is it not like some shoulder mounted looking thing? Type? That's the old one. What's the new one look like? It's not looking like that anymore. Guys, can someone verify that this is the old one? I'm pretty sure this is not the old one. I think that's what it looks like. Guys, listen. Okay, one in the chat if you think the railgun looks awesome on this ship. Two in the chat if you think it looks super lame. Okay, I'm putting. Okay, one if you think it's awesome. Two, and just real. Just be real with me. You don't have to follow what I say. One if you think it's good. Two if you think it's bad. Three if you're indifferent. It's just like I think it would look cooler if it was just like a huge turret on the roof or something, like gimbaled. You're telling me that they have to turn this whole ship to shoot it? Like, oh, here cut. You know what it's like? It's like it's like that Austin Power movie where they have to wait 10 minutes before the end of the world. It's like 10 minutes and counting. It's like, grrr. It's like, yo, it's coming to get us, guys. Just wait. It's turning. Hold on, just wait. Here it comes. Oh man, look out! Everybody, look out! Here it comes. Oh shit! 10 minutes later, it finally knows it's on. Bang, dude. Like it's so it's so dumb. It's like wait, what is it? Like Hold on. It's like this, dude. Yo, it's like this. Hold on. How do I do this? Yeah. Dude, it's like that, man. That's what it's like. It's like this thing has to turn the whole ship to shoot at it. It should be on a gimbal. And like, call me nitpicking. Okay, I'm nitpicking. I get it, but I just think it would look so much meaner if you didn't have to turn the whole ship. Like the javelin stuff, all their guns are on gimbals. It's awesome. It doesn't have to be a large external mounted dong, but it could be so you can target or knock it off since it has tank enemies. See, you were using logic in a game where they stated that they reduced the view of cockpits for balance. Using common sense is just gonna get you hurt. I just think like, yeah, it's just like look at it this way. In old naval combat, it was always a broadside that was lethal, right? It was always the broadside. So in every sci-fi movie we've ever seen, it was always broadsides. In Star Wars, broadsides. In Battlestar Galactica, broadsides. In not Star Trek, I guess Star Trek they were all gimbaled, so it didn't matter. But in almost every sci-fi and naval anything, it's always been broadsides. So it's like this thing shooting out the front is just weird for me to get my head around. You're hearing common sense again, but that's medieval to World War II combat. Modern naval is totally different. Yeah, but is it not still broadsides? Like you can't use the rear gun because you'd be shooting through the ship. I'm sure in modern naval combat, it's also broadside still, right? It would have to be because there's guns at the front and guns at the back. But I also get it. It's like missiles and stuff, like tomahawks. Like I get that, but I'm just saying. I'm more comparing it to like movies. You eat missiles at each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Many. You're killing the vibe. Remember, the Corsair needs two people to fire forward-facing guns that are slave to the pilot for balance. Yeah, the Idris just needs a pilot to left-click something, and then they're squashed. What's Yamato's wave? Wait, what is that? What are you talking about? That sounds really interesting. Is this server like terrible or is it just me? Oh my god, I'm on a fucking 200 player server, dude. Oh my lord. Thank god we like never run into anything in the PU. Thank god every time I stream it's mainly just me talking to you guys. Cause I'm sitting there fishing and there's no fish. I can't wait till bases go down. So like when you guys watch the stream, I can be like, alright guys, this is who the target is tonight. The biggest killer around. Have you got your joysticks yet, Manny? There's a place in Pyre that always has people fighting. Yeah, you're talking about Shepherd's Rest, right? Don't join my server, it's only 46. But in other words, if Broadside was so dominant, why did the Bismarck sink? I don't even remember. I remember watching like a video on that. The Bismarck was the German boat, right? Hitler's pride and joy, wasn't it? Oh, why was it in the EU? Ugh, ugh brother. Ugh. You ever go look near the exec hangars when solo, or you specifically want Atmo combat? Yeah, like I should start going there. The only problem is if I went to exec hangars and I found people, I'd be more interested in trying to FPS kill them and take the ship rather than just killing them in a ship. So that's kind of why I don't do it, because it's like I don't want to force myself into some weird. I'm gonna try and sneak into their stuff. I did get the thruster 16,000 thingy, full flight set. Yeah, it has a stick pedals and throttle. Apache feels so nice with them. Nice. Yes, and from what I recall, TLDR group tactics to exploit weaknesses. Weren't they just like kiting the thing? Like, if I remember with the Bismarck, they were surrounding it and they just slugged at it from distance for like ages and ages and then eventually sunk it, right? Wasn't that the story? Mpexy, what's up, brother? How are you? They knocked out its rudder with a World War One plane torpedo. You got gained, yes, distance over ages and ages. Then I turned off the YouTube video, and then the Germans scuttled it. The busy got a jammed rudder, hit by plane torp, then did circles and got pot shuttered. The busy. Don't they think the Bismarck was like Germany's downfall? Because like Hitler, instead of listening to the advice of his navy generals, which were like, let's buy more U-boats, more U-boats, more U-boats, Hitler, having his ego, was instead like, no, I want this grand, massive ship. I want to have the biggest ship, you know. And then they spent all this effort on building the Bismarck and all this money on building the Bismarck when the U boats were actually doing all the work. Wasn't that how it went? I remember I saw like a big World War II doco and they were saying that like if the Germans had further kept leaning into their U-boat strategy that they would have won. The downfall was using the ME-262 using bombs were one of the downfalls. The admiral bottled it. He could have finished the Prince of Wales. He overruled the captain and fled. Also, they built another one called the Tirpitz and headed to Norway the whole war. I think it's fair the battleships became sub meta because good car. Bro, U-boats were like the snub fighters of the fucking World War II, dude. It was like some snub fighter cheese, bro. Super cringe. U-boats were so cringe. Honestly, delete U-boats. Disgusting meta. Actually, such a rat ship. Germany made the mistake of going to Russia was when they goofed. At that point, they didn't have enough bullets. Operation Barbarossa has a tiny bit of a downfall effect. Yeah, of course, Manny knows all about this. Yeah, Manny is like a weirdo. Manny knows shit people shouldn't know. You know, like weird stuff. Like fucking knows all about like modern like wars and then like war history, flying helicopters, all this kind of stuff. We're getting taught this in school. Hitler halted 30 miles from Moscow. Nobody knows why. You know all of this too. Wars across their histories is the most interesting. Bro, I love World War II docos. It's like I could watch World War II docos all day, every day, all day, every day. It's so fascinating. Like specifically the ones, specifically the ones from like that involve tactics. Like I don't like, all the insane shit. Fuck that. I like I like hearing about like all the military strategy and stuff that got used. Failed to rush A, he went slow B instead. If anything, they invented rushing A because the southern group halted and Hitler forced them to redirect their efforts against some protests. I remember too, like wasn't it like what was his name, Gertz or something? How he was like lying about the leaderboards when it came to the Luftwaffe's performance. When they were invading Britain, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, like we're owning," but he was fluffing the score or whatever. When they invaded France, the troops were on PCP. Yeah, they gave them drugs, right? And then they just blitzed like so deep into the country. Yup. Herman Goring, you mean? Yeah, there we go. Goring. Belgium, not France, but yes. Ah, okay. See, they don't educate it here as much. Like we don't get educated on it because I'm in the southern fucking hemisphere. It's actually a shame that they don't educate it as much. Like we learn in our history, we learn a lot about Rome and stuff like that, but they don't really educate us on like World War Two. At least not when I was in school. I tell you what, I'd be far more interested. Like I wish I'd gotten into it. They just teach you to fight kangaroos instead of flying helicopters. Manny, you did not get taught to. Can Manny, have you been taught to fly a helicopter IRL? No way. No, I haven't. In Germany, you learn all of this in school. Is it like I don't know if we should talk about this, chat. Like, is this like, are we getting close? Like, are we getting close? They gave amphetamines to all sides, keeping Japanese pilots awake. Yeah, avoid. Yes, it's illegal, mate. Don't say it. I wasn't gonna say anything like fucked up. I'm just saying, like, like I don't think they can even talk about a lot of that stuff over there, right? Like, I think in Germany it's illegal to talk about some of that stuff. I'm pretty sure, right? And I'm not fucking getting dark with this, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure they're not even allowed to discuss a lot of it. Whereas in other countries, they don't have those rules. Though we talk about all of it and it's not illegal. Yeah, fair enough. To have swastikas. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, like that stuff. Yeah, of course. It's just one of those subjects that's hard to talk about, right? But you don't like. It doesn't matter though. We're not talking about like that. We're talking about strictly the war stuff and the strategy and the military aspect of it. In the UK, I can go buy an Iron Cross SS dagger. Yeah, they're like antiques, right? A lot of people collect stuff like that, like World War II stuff. Napoleon, yeah, Napoleon's super interesting. It's a pity the movie was so bad. You know what was also really interesting, chat, was Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was like peak for me. Genghis Khan. Yeah, anyone watch the TV series Marco Polo? Oh my god, Marco Polo was cracked. Let's see what the population is here first. It is fucking 200 players. Where the hell is the community? I have a World War I German bayonet I bought for $10 when I was 7 years old. I love it because shit. Yeah, that series was so good, man. That series was so good. You guys want to watch my favorite scene of that series? You guys want to? Of course you do. Hold on. Hopefully, you guys can't see my screen right now. No, you can't. Good. Oh no, I can't do it. It's gonna flare. See, this is the problem with fucking YouTube. I can't do it on YouTube because everything will trigger copyright. Oh, damn it. Gosh darn it, YouTube. Yeah, it was such a good show. Marco Polo was awesome. Bro, Birds and Brian are like on a discussion that none of I don't even know what they're talking about. You know what my favorite? You know what, guys? I know what we're gonna do. This is the one. No, we're not gonna watch it. I've never understood why Germany being so damn close to all of these next level developments didn't wait 3 to 5 years to pop things up. No, Birds, you're fine, bro. I'm just no, it's okay, bro. You're fine. I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. Will I be streaming June? Yeah, probably. Definitely planning on playing it. I've actually like we've got a. Yeah. I've seen a lot of gameplay already. I've been a naughty boy and I've seen a lot of the gameplay already. It actually looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Dune looks kind of wicked. Dune looks like another 2 month holiday. I'll bring Salty Mike and we'll go play Dune. Are you in it, Manny? Are you in the closed? Are you in it? How did you get a fucking invite and I didn't? Oh my god, you're streaming it to me. Alright, you're streaming it to me. Sounds good. You're not? You had it streamed? Oh. Yeah, same. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've seen it that way as well. It's pretty cool, like the way the worms get you and stuff. It's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I haven't seen is the ornithopters or whatever they called. And float through the sand. Can I be a worm? Can I like be a worm? Why can't you? Yeah, like why can't we do like the Leto Atreides thing and cover ourselves in crustaceans or whatever and then morph into a worm? Game is buggy but still fun. When I was watching a stream of it or whatever, I saw a lot of NPCs teleporting around. I was like, oh shit, I've seen this. I've seen jank NPCs before. You want to be a worm nom nomming people? You are a worm. I'm gonna call you Many Worm from now on. We have 2 years to test. I never got invited. I think it's because I told them I was a content creator, so immediately. Desync is still a big issue. You know what's crazy is they have a game trailer for Dune, and in the game trailer you can see the helicopters like lagging. Sounds like you're warm, but you're not. You're cold. Many cold. Many worm. Not many worm. You can't. You can't shake it. Many worm. Trambuco, thanks for the follow, brother. Yo, what's the playlist like in this? 250. Chat, the servers are dead, man. This sucks. Let me just check. Actually, what am I thinking? There's no way. Maybe Stomach. Just maybe. Gun Rush Oz, let's try it. Joining a vampire and worm doesn't sound as good as I thought it would. Right, what is this? Maybe people in control. Your many worm. That's it. Unique. Why does it say experimental modes? Oh, put me in racing. We've got to the point where 200 players on a server is nice to hear. I believe it. It's a lot less teleporting with 200, right? Guys, where's my effing music? Listen, I'm trying. You know what my like guilty pleasure has been lately is watching people die in hardcore World of Warcraft. That's been what I've been into lately. And all the drama. Like, have any of you guys been following that? Is anyone else's algorithm ruined by hardcore content creators reacting to each other dying in drama? Oh man, it's so juicy. Like, it's actually so good. What was it one point? It's so funny. Oh, so funny. Your IRL friends. I'm telling you guys, like, it doesn't sound good. It's so good. You'll fall down the rabbit hole for hours. The OnlyFans drama is so lit. OnlyFans, bro, bro, Pirate Software, guys, listen. Pirate Software is a rat, dude. It's like Pirate Software. He like left everybody to die. Yo, Nomadic Aviator with the huge raid, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Very generous of you. What'd you get up to? But yeah, it's been killing me. Like the OnlyFans drama is on Warcraft is peak. Like I watched Summit going hard. Dude, Summit needs to come back to SC. Listen, if Summit comes back to SC, I'm giving him the world tour. Okay, I'm taking him into the PvP. You see, are also a hot topic of LOL. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yo, Nomadic, appreciate it, man. Nabbing hard points, getting lit, and running CZ solo. Oh, nice. Actually based. Actually, that's actually perfect, dude. It takes a certain type of someone to do CZ solo, and that's Chad as hell, dude. Hell yeah. I like love to do it. The only reason I haven't been doing it is because these lag hitches get me killed, and my ego can't take it. Because it's like you shoot someone in FPS, and then the hitch ends, and then you randomly die when you just weren't supposed to. It's the only reason I've been taking a break from it. But conflict and hatred between players in MMO games is one of the aspects of gameplay. I think it's really interesting. Hell yeah, Hoshino. Hell yeah. Someone played with Bergs before? Yeah. Yeah, we'll pull him in next time, I think. I just felt bad because he didn't get to see some of the coolest things about SC. Like he just wanted PvP, dude. That was the thing, man. Like Summit just wanted to get his feet wet. The problem is though, is you're not gonna get that kind of content unless you know where to go. Yo, Rekatan, what's up, brother? How are you? Thanks for the follow. But yeah, Nomadic, appreciate you, man. I'll have to check your stuff. When I moved, I had to get rid of the 1840s police there because I think police wanted them around London. Oh, really? Have you heard a workaround for ship guns stop shooting randomly? No. I haven't even heard of that bug. Or like 50 of them. Dude, have you seen the baby Velicars at the dealer in Checkmate Zone's elevator era? Oh yeah, you're talking about the little like worm things? I'm just thinking Checkmate. Yeah, are you talking about the hab area? The like little secret hab area? You bought like 50 of them? You're talking about the little hab area, right? Yeah. That's cool, huh? It's a cool little area. Did you bring the fuse? Because if you fuse the door to one of the habs, it usually has two of the rarest loot crates. So you can get like really good loot if you bring the fuse for that door. I've noticed on one of the habs. Yeah, it's if there's nothing in there, it usually just means the server's bugged. But it's supposed to drop like really good loot in the rooms that require the fuse. We are quite contested zone enthusiasts here, for sure. I like play a lot of Tarkov, so CZs were like right up my alley. Have a Southern US civil. Oh, okay. I've fallen so out of the loop of our World War II discussion that it's just impossible to get back on. Alright, come on. What are we looking here? God, they really gotta fix this light problem. I need to talk to XLB about this. So look, it lasts for like 2 seconds. You can fix it for 2 seconds and then back here. Gotta run, man. I gotta get some sleep. 5:30 in the morning here. I gotta fly later tonight. GG's, brother. Appreciate the raid, man. I'll stop by for sure. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, Hoshino, why are you muted? Oh my god, chat. Chat. There's 40 players on the server. You guys can't see, but I'm face palming so hard right now. Oh my god. No wonder the loading screen was so short. I flew out here and everything. You're playing AC with Dolly? Oh, okay. Who's winning? Okay, if this server isn't much better, I might call it, chat. I'm not gonna lie. It's been good on US West. For me, hours of CS5. There's no US West. So you're just talking about US. But been doing work for your boy Vaughn. They need to fix bounty hunting. If they fix player bounty hunting, I think I'll start roaming around with the crime set again. I hope that you can track bounties in Pyro. Does anyone know if you can do that? I know it's bugged right now, but can you do that when it's not bugged? Does anyone know? Okay, this server's got 300. Ay, 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 ay. 10-second delay on opening the door. Not a good sign. Also not a good sign. Yeah, we need to look at the comments of that YouTube video. See how it's going. Dude, some of the comments I get on this video is so dorky. One guy just commented on the video, imagine having all this technology and you still have to spin around in circles to face your enemy in order to shoot at them. Because your weapon systems can't even auto track. This is why games like SC will never compare to EVE Online. This is basically just Star Wars Squadrons combat. Like, what is he saying? That he wants to just take everything out of the game that's fun? Like, to be more realistic? Like, what? like, clearly by this year we will have discovered another dimension, and it's like, what? That's like what they don't tell you about YouTube. Like on YouTube, you just have to expect that at least 5% of the people that are watching every video are gonna roast you. Like everyone's just gonna roast. They'll just find something. Like I got a comment like the other day is like your hand looks weird, and that was it. I was like, fuck, dude. Fuck. All right, man. Like, people rip me for my hand. Like, dude, like, what if I, like, would you rip me if, it was just a foot stream? Sometimes he wins, sometimes you win. Guys, I can't use any of the terminals. All the terminals are cooked. Blue pill, red pill. Yeah, blue pill players do that. But yeah, the video did pretty good, huh? Where are we at now? Like 6,000? 6,000's a lot for an hour-long video. Like, my movie, okay, like, my video is almost as long as the Matrix movie itself. Like, shit, dude. I'm trying to hide. I'm definitely trying to hide my face. I definitely am hiding my face, that's for sure. Alright, guys, well, I think this is a sign. Every server I've gone to has had 50 to 100 players, and the one server that had 300 has no working terminals. Do you think they're gonna drop the .1 patch? Has anyone been... Oh, it's like a huge delay is what it is. Okay, it's like a 2-minute delay on the server, that's why. You guys were talking about, does anyone watch Foxy Loxy, I think is the guy, do the testing? Are most of the bugs like fixed, or is the notes just a lie? Because I know that I went in game and I immediately tested 3 bugs and all of them were still broken. Like, what's the status on the .1 patch? Is it significantly better? Do we think it'll be here anytime soon? Look, it's look at it's pulling itself to watch. It'll pull itself towards the terminal. Look, 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 look! My hands are free. Look at this. What is it doing? Some of the notes are still broken. Okay. It might be here June, July. I'm talking about the .1 patch. The thing is, like, that video had to be an hour long because I wasn't like I was making the video really for the flight team, if anything. Like the target audience was the flight team, and it was also people that I wanted. Like, there was 2 goals of that video. One, to show the flight guys like what worked and what didn't work, and why they worked and didn't work. And then 2 was to just motivate people to play it, which I definitely think worked. Like I got like DMs and stuff, and a lot of people commented that like now they want to get into PvP, which is pretty cool to hear. That's pretty rewarding. Yeah, racketed. The problem is that like 4.0 just deteriorated so bad. It had like 5 really annoying bugs that like made the first week pretty miserable, but the second and third week just deteriorated super hard. Call me Haynes. Okay. Yeah, I think people Rabbit have fond memories of the last flight model, but they don't realize how bad it was. I think you're right. I think you're super right about that. I think it's nostalgia for a lot of people, and I think if you reintroduce the old flight model in an experimental mode, you would see how bad. Oh my god, that's the best idea. That is actually the best idea. Imagine if they put the old flight model into an experimental mode. And then they're like, what do you guys think? I bet everyone would go play it again and be like, damn, this actually kind of sucks. Dude, I bet people would not like it. That's actually such a good idea. It would make people appreciate MM more, I think. You'd go racing again and ignore the combat of it. Yeah, I believe that. But yeah, like when I was making that video, that it took me like 5 days to edit that video. By the way, that video, which isn't even monetized, was like 5 days. It was horrible. I was like stressing so much on it because it was just so complicated to make. It was so hard to make. I made a lot of videos. That was hell. Yeah, yeah, Haynes. It's very much. It's changed. And it's going to change again too. I think about halfway through the year we'll have a complete rework of MM on our hands. If I were to guess, we're going to get it quarter 3. I think we get the revision quarter 3. Just because the flight guys usually always take so long to do it. Yo, inspect and expired lifetime. Thank you for the follow, boys. Likewise with Zenny and Haynes. Appreciate yous. Pretty sure that even if they added in an experimental mode, Avenger would be making a video about how amazing it is, and these guys' reasoning is insane. True. True. So, like, people just don't want to die, dude. That's what it is. Like you don't even have to look at it that far. It's like the people that want the last flight model, they just want to be able to walk out of PvP the second they want it to. Like it's completely tied to survival. Oh, and people, yeah, it's tied to survival. Because what you can do in the last flight model is you can go up against a group of 5 players that don't know what they're doing, kill one guy real quick, run away. You can't be followed. Come back, kill another guy, run away, and you just win a 1v5 slowly over time. Like people just want to be able to get out of combat at the snap of a finger. That's what it is, man. There's not much else to it. I think there's some people that genuinely liked the aiming experience in an arcadey sense, but when people like the people that are making content stuff, oh, I missed the last flight model. Specifically, the PvPers, they just want low risk PvP. That's what they want. Yeah, but I think what you don't know is every time it dies. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I think you might be taking it a little too far. Oh my god, that has to be a 5 minute delay. Oh my god, it's doing it. Get me off this server. Rockstar, how are you, dude? Guys, servers are the most cooked I think I've ever seen them, actually. I don't think I've seen servers nearly this cooked. How to make MM compatible with PvE gameplay like hauling and money. I can understand that, friend. Yeah, friend. That's the thing. I think people have very valid complaints with MM, especially the logistics players. I think the logistics players really got a rough end of the deal. Like they they only had things taken away. You know? Um, maybe they could maybe you could customize your ships to more benefit. I don't know, but I think like some people have some valid complaints about MM. It's like, is there a issue with the ability to push forward? Yes. Does the combat geometry fall apart when you're up against the speed walls unintentionally? Yes. Are the weapon ranges too long? Yeah. Are the medium and heavy archetypes boring to fly? Yeah. Like these are real issues. But there's also things that it's solved that are so nice. Are the squad is group gameplay now actually happening in a localized area and on your screen rather than UI elements 30 kilometers away? Yes. Has this fixed the ice skating PvP? Yes. Does fights actually have reasonable TTK now? Yes. Like, it's solved so many things. It's just not. It still just has issues. That's all. But fixable, totally. I'd way prefer the where we are than where we were. Oh my god. You know what, guys? Before we wrap this thing up, do you know how miserable it was when you want a PvP against an organization, and when you did, they would just run away? Like how frustrating it was for 2 to 3 years. Every time we went to fight an organization, they could just stall out the fight, and you couldn't get a single kill because they would just run. 80% shields, they start running. Like 3 hours, not one kill. 3 hours, 30 or 40 players in the battle, not one kill. Like, what would I miss about that? Like, now I can, we can go have a huge battle and it works. Like, there's winners and losers. It's amazing. Doing good after watching your video. I agree on your points. This is basically like the Street Fighter of flight combat. While I'm new to PvP, I like that I can get more technical and express maneuverability. Yeah, we just want we're seeing glimpses of some really cool combat, and we need to find out why and what that looks like, how we got there, and then try to get closer to there, I guess. So I think it's very important to like look at it transparently because people like to pretend as if that kind of stuff isn't happening, and it's not the case. If anything, there's so much better PvP and master modes when it comes to positional stuff for sure. But again, like just because I say I like master modes in an aspect doesn't mean I'm disregarding people's disappointment in some aspects of it. I just think it's like you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, you know. Missile boats actually have a use now in this model because people can't turn and burn to simply outrun a missile. People can't just turn and burn the second they get in the pressure, too. Like, it's so nice, man. So much nicer where we are. It really is. It's just got to keep getting better. Guys, that's me done, yeah? Fun stream, though. The YouTube video's at 6,000 views. Video popped off. Popped off. Very happy with that. I think the next video I'm gonna do is like show some examples of why I think having slower speeds is good. Hey Cataphract, enjoy it, bro. Thank you, bro. Games enjoyer, you trash talking again? Always, brother, always. Um, but yeah, appreciate it, Cataphract. I can't even pronounce that. I'm like stumbling over my words. Rudo, thanks for the follow. Meditation vibes. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Make PvP tutorial series for noobs. It'd be easy. Like, there's some real low hanging fruit content that would like do insanely well. Like, the biggest low hanging fruit content video I made was that tier list. Like that tier list was just like the easiest thing ever, and it's crazy how well it did. And it's just so easy. Like, it's not hard to make that stuff. But like, I'm not doing it just because I want to get like views or whatever. I'm doing like because I actually enjoy the debate. I enjoy like the theory to a lot of that stuff. Like, that's why I made that video. Like, the video I just made, there's no audience for that. Like, you guys enjoy that. People that enjoy Flight and Star Citizen and played multiple patches enjoyed that. Um, and I had to like um interwove like the Matrix and stuff. This guy, he spends 90% of his shit talking with nothing to say. You can't even spell enjoyer wrong, bro. What do you mean? Um, but yeah, there's no like audience in that video I made. But it's just it was super fun to talk about it. Do it because we need your knowledge to only get to the place where we are the audience for that video. Yeah, the tier lists bring the need to find the ships and yeah, there's like there's some easy low hanging fruit videos you can make pretty easy. Like, that's the thing. It's it's pretty easy to make that kind of stuff. Most videos are like that. Just talk about it and never show the examples. Great job. You know what's like? You know what the ultimate low hanging fruit video is that does really well is like ship reviews. If I did a Guardian ship review, it would pop off. It'd pop off. But it's like, oh, so many people made that video. It doesn't matter. Like it's all good. I don't need to do that. I'd rather like my shit be, advanced and like deep and like really insightful. And I know that sounds like dorky. It sounds like egotistical. Oh well, my content's different. It's not that I'm even trying to do that. I'm just like, I made that video last night, or the one I released last night. I made that video because I felt like it hadn't been done, and like it wasn't even monetized. So Like outside of the 50 people that subscribe to the channel, there wasn't ups. There's no upside in it. Like adding the Matrix scenes made it. There's no monetary value to it at all. But it was fun. It was a super fun video, and I think I painted a real clear picture with it. I think like people really understood it, or I made it very understandable. Don't do an F8C exec review either. Well, citizens, look at how cool this powerful F8C lightning with NDB destroys targets. You know what's crazy? I think the video I made that did the best was me going out in a Hornet Ghost. And I went to Daemon and I killed a group of players with it. And it was like me like explaining my thought process throughout the fight. People loved that video, man. That was before the Hornet meta in the last flight model, but people loved that video. It was so weird. I couldn't understand. I'm like, why are people like so in love with this one? That's where I wish like my content could go though. Like when the server stabilized and stuff, I hope that I could make like a YouTube video. It's like, hey, this is me going down and this is what happened. Like I run into these guys and so I decide to do this. Like that those are cool videos where it's like you record an interaction, a rare, unique interaction that you played really well or something like that. Yeah, yeah, for sure, guys, for sure. Get more rewatches from those two videos trying to teach people to explain something are always better than showcases. Yeah. That's one thing I'll admit I miss about um the old flight model being gone is that what possibly could happen was so up in the air. Like I know that if I'm in a light fighter in MM, I have to perform this role and I have to do this part well. But if you were in a light fighter in the last flight model, you could do whatever the heck you wanted, you know? There, guys, you guys see this? Look at this. What are you doing? Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit. Come here, come here, come here. Come. Nah. There's no controlling him. Come here. Yeah, come here. It's my cat's world and I'm just living in it. Can't control him at all. It's too big for me. That massive showdown when you guys went to that remote spot and met what 2-3 orgs in a 30-minute span. That's one thing I loved about master modes though, right? Is that like when you go to battle, dude. Like I love that about MM2. It's like when two groups clash, there's a winner and there's a loser. Like and it's obvious. I'm so tired of like those fights happening and then it never reaching a conclusion. Rudo, thanks for the follow, brother. I appreciate you. There's some insane videos, guys, that never made daylight. Like, I'd really recommend looking at some of my older videos. Like, the new videos I made, they're good, but I've made older videos that are insane. Like, there's a podcast on there with the guy who made the original flight model before the current team. Like, we pulled an ex CIG guy who worked on flight who got let go. Some people think the game was the most fun we had an interview with him for hours. Um, but mind you, I think that conversation was a bit outdated because they've since changed a lot of that. That guy's working on X4's flight model now. Yeah, me and JP go way back. Me and JP are good friends. I actually knew that he was working on X4 for so long, like years and years ago, but he swore me to secrecy. But and it only just came out, which is crazy. But yeah, I knew he was on X4. I told my dad about it. My dad loves the X series. But he's been on it a good while now. So whatever they've put him on, it's I'm sure it's ready to go. Like he's been there at least 3 years. Need that Virgil PvP tutorial from Noob to competent dogfighter. Yeah, I should do something like that. The next video I do, guys, will just be a breakdown of why top speeds will be bad for fight space. I think that'll be the next one. That'll be the next one. Guys, I'm done. Sorry the content sucked tonight. The servers were just trash. And then my settings betrayed me in AC. The settings felt super wonky. I gotta look at that. Something wrong with the mouse tonight. I don't know if it's because I've got two different brand keyboards using two different software. I don't know how that would impact the mouse. I moved the DPI down 50, but that shouldn't have made everything wonky. And for some reason, enhanced mouse precision was on. I don't know how long that's been on. It's a bit weird. Yeah, Leper, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Servers were bad all weekend. Working on X4 just 3 days ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it only just became public. Like JP's in the SM Discord and stuff. You guys can see him in there. He's a cool guy though. Cool cat. Like me, JP. He also is working on his own game. He actually had his own game, by the way. I wonder how that's faring along. It was a voxel dogfighter that as you shot ships, it would lose its flight characteristics. So you shoot off a wing, the ship would start flying without the flight characteristics of missing that wing. So it was like some really complex stuff. First time watching on Twitch, usually watching YouTube in the mornings, ordered my left stick in battle thanks to you. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, that's exciting times. And you give me the prime. Appreciate you, sir. You caught me just as I was wrapping things up. But yo, dude, appreciate it, man. That's like the best thing about streaming on Twitch is when people come in and tell me that they're from the YouTube video and stuff. So awesome, man. Appreciate you. That's awesome though. You got a stick and pedals. That's a nice. Make sure you get head tracking though. If there's anything I recommend people get, it's head tracking. You will have 10 times more fun in this game with head tracking. Got a sub on YouTube? Hell yeah. You've got a Toby? Perfect. Perfect. It's a game changer. Yeah, man. Makes you feel like you're playing VR. That's awesome. As soon as you get a joystick in your hands and you start playing this game, it opens it up. If I could make a recommendation, it's like if you really enjoy head tracking and left stick, seriously consider a right stick because sticks are incredible. Like the immersive, like the immersion. I know a lot of people that quit SC and they always come back because they don't have a game that their joysticks play on, and it's so unique. It's so fun to play on joysticks using beam head eye tracking software and 30 USD. Hell yeah! All right, guys, I gotta wrap this up. It is bedtime. My cat's gonna start yelling at me if I don't play with him soon. So I'm gonna go burn off his energy, and then I am off to bed myself. Thanks for the follows, guys. It was a good time. Yeah, make sure you check out that video if you haven't. Make sure you get in my Discord and the Shadow Moses Discord. The Shadow Moses Discord's popping off, and start PvPing, man. It's awesome. PvP is amazing. PvP is awesome. And remember, guys, yeah, remember, snubs are for girls, okay? Snubs are for girls. Okay, snub fighters, girls. GG's. I'll catch you guys tomorrow's stream, yeah? Fist bump for the boys. Catches.